Hey everyone, this is Kitty with Kitty's TerranArt. It is early in the morning, so I'm going to try not to be so loud. But I've been watching so many YouTube videos of art studio tours, so I figured I would give you guys a tour of mine. So I had went ahead and I paused my video so that I could walk out my studio and kind of come in. Okay, so as you see here, I was working on a little random thing. I tried to do a little sketchbook by using my sewing machine. It turned out a little weird. But anyway, so this is where most of all my art stuff kind of is. I'm going to kind of slowly back up here. There we go, so my autofocus can work here. So yeah, the box, my sewing machine box actually has some fabric in it. And the zebra box and the drawers and stuff I will pick apart in a minute. But I'm going to do a quick overview first. This mirror is one we often use for like making little notes on it for D&D. I'm going to kind of just slowly... There's the door to my studio. Oops. And there's a kitty, and I accidentally kicked him. Hold on. This is the little one who decided to come raid me. Hi, Junior. Hi, Junior. Yes, Junior. I love you. Anywho, now that I've apologized to my kitty cat, we are going to zone... God, this is a horrible picture of me. I'm so sorry. I'm not the greatest looking right now. I'm just kind of lazy. Anyway, this is actually one of the maps. I actually drew just really roughly one of the campaigns we're actually in the middle of for D&D. And I've got little trash cans that have not been put back in their spot. That table's not where it's technically supposed to be. I got a table there with a drawer, but the drawer's kind of empty. We keep my candy there. And my cat is being demanding for attention. I bought that little husky-looking toy for Valentine's for my fiance. Little pencil sharpener. My cats actually love this window, so I put a little baby mattress pad there and threw a throw and an old pillowcase over it. And they love sitting at that window watching the kids outside because there's like a park right across the street. And I've got a little couch here and another little TV stand looking thing. Right now it's got some random stuff on it. I think it's got two of my sketchbooks. Yeah, two of my sketchbooks and some pieces of one of my D&D sheets that I've actually made myself. So I'm going to put this on pause a second. Okay, so I've kind of come over here and we're going to... This is kind of a random little drawer here. It's got my external flash drive here. Some marker, dry erase markers. What the 3 of the Sharpie stained markers I have left. Calculator. Various different pens and just random junk in here. I have Cris ties in there too, apparently. Okay. This next drawer actually has more of my art stuff. This is kind of the bits and bobs type drawer. We got pencil holders. This is part of one of my easels. Compass. Eraser sharpener. Eraser fills. Some chamois cloths. Lead. Part of my spirograph stuff. Yeah, it's kind of my just random drawer for art. This is my random, just literally my random junk drawer. I'm going to... That is kind of just all my technology and cords and flash drives and junk that I don't use often. But Then I have this old thing. This tape dispenser is kind of falling apart. I need to eventually replace it. My 3-hole punch. I will pick apart these boxes in a second. This little cup here, I'm going to kind of spin here in the light. This has some of my gel pens in it, including these gel highlighters that I bought from Walmart. And a little quill pen, literally. I mean, it is a pen. See, it is a dip pen that I bought. It's kind of fun to use, but I don't use it much because I don't have any ink remover. My next little cup holder is this little build-it-yourself kind of connects thing that we got from when I was in school. It was kind of this thing, and it's got all sorts of drawing pencils, drawing, charcoal, my electric eraser, a couple Sharpie pens. There's my dip pen. It's my actual, I'm trying to get it over here. Here we go. There's my dip pen. I have several nibs. My favorite mechanical drawing pencil. Let's see what else we got up here that I haven't put up. Got my ink, Black India ink. This is Raven's ink. It's something I bought from a spiritual store. I guess on my D&D dice. My D&D character sheet, easel, some of my T-squares. I have several long T-squares. Some poster tack, some masking tape. That's a lid to one of my boxes that are up there. I have a D&D style game. This is a paper cutter up here, but the blade is non-functional. So, yeah. Again, I'm going to put this on pause a second. Okay, so I decided to bring these down so I could actually dismantle them so you could see this. These are some Valentine's Day clearance stuff that I bought from my work. Some little silk flower petals that are falling everywhere. Oh my goodness. Okay, some tissue paper. Got a lot of glue sticks. I think I got like 2 packs of them. This little spatula thingy, I haven't figured out what to do with it. My hot glue gun. These are eraser refills for my electric eraser. I got these little bags. I used to gather river rocks and sell them. Didn't have any much luck. Tape refill, jewelry wire. This baggie is full of various little pendants that I eventually intend to make into jewelry. Keywords, eventually. These were some bracelets I bought that I like the pendants off of. And I figured I'd just kind of yank the bracelets off. I found this at work one day. It was like a broken headband. It's really cool. It's got these little skull beads. And I figured I'd do something really cool with them. I haven't figured out. Anyone who watches my channel or even knows me very well knows I am a minion fiend. And when I saw this roll of duct tape, I had to have. Again, I'm going to pause. I keep pausing because I'm trying to save on time on the video because my internet kind of sucks, so upload speed really takes a while. Anyway, this is the bottom part of that box. Let's see, we have some Crafters really sticky tape. I haven't figured out what that's for yet because I really don't know sewing that much, but I want to learn. This is, I guess, to start seams or something. Thread, measuring tape. I've got various knitting and crochet needles. These are fabric pencils. Apparently you can write on the fabric. A measure that you can actually, I think it's a seam measure they said it was on one of the videos I watched. This is a knitting needle gauge. I've got a couple different patterns. This is from when I was skinnier. I used to be a size 16. I am not no more. Let's see, this one was when I was even smaller than that, size 14. Yes, I've had those for several years. This one actually I bought just like a year or two ago. We were gonna go to Run Fair and I wanted to make my own costume. I was gonna do a mix of this outfit and the green one over here, but that never happened. For Halloween, I wanted to go either as Harley or Ivy, so I got that, and that never happened. Oh, this was a joke on my fiance for it was Father's Day card. I jokingly gave him it. Kind of see if it would make him think I was pregnant, just to mess with him a little bit. But he didn't really fall for it. He's just kind of looking at me like, okay. I know this is a joke with you. And I'm like, God, you know me. Hang on. So the next little thing I have is this little wooden box here. And let's see, it has it somewhere, I think. Oh, there it is. These are actually X-Acto knives. I had bought from Walmart once upon a time. I hate how these blades pull out. Anyway, we got several blades, and this is actually to brace your solder iron that I had. I don't know if I still have it or not. I have a lot of stuff in Louisiana, including art supplies. So yeah, and this is an wood carving kit. These little wood handled ones that I bought too, and I thought they fit pretty well with my X-Acto kits, with them having sharp blades. So yeah, I didn't want them being out and about and loose, so I figured this was perfect. Next thing I'm gonna dismantle is this little box here. 4 tiers. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this first one is pretty self-explanatory. It has my easels, and this is some white frost for glass etching. And I'm going to dismantle the next box. This one's pretty self-explanatory too. This is all sorts of different paint brushes. These ones down here actually came from a very cheapo set from Walmart. And this was also from Walmart. Since I'm wanting to learn ink, I bought these ones that could hold a lot of water. And I bought, hang on. I bought these. There are different nibs on these. Various different nibs. And them being white, it's hard to really tell. Let's see. There we go. See, this one, they each have different width. And I really liked that. And I was hoping, since I'd seen other people with these watercolor brushes using ink with it, that, you know, it would go really well. So I went ahead and bought me some around like Christmas. These are my pride and joy. Once upon a time, I absolutely adored color pencils. And when I was in art school, Prismacolor was suggested by our art teacher. And I thank her eternally for the idea, because these are by far the best color pencils I've ever colored with. So all of that is filled with just nothing but Prismacolor color pencils. Yeah. And these kind of are tiny fragments of a broken woodless graphite pencil. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just kind of put it there. And I dropped a piece on the floor. Yay! These I have never used. These are something called, let's see, they're called Conte crayons or pencils. These are a form of pastel. And again, these were something that our art professor suggested we get for our life drawing class, and I really have not used these. I'm kind of inexperienced with pastels for the most part, except for high school, and I really didn't do so hot with them then. So I haven't really braved, since these are kind of expensive, actually doing something with them. One of these days I will, because them just sitting here is just a waste of their use and money that I spent buying them. Okay, hang on, let me mantle this box, and then I'll pull up the next box. So this is kind of my last art box. I think, I'm pretty sure, yeah, my last art box. This is kind of my pride and joy. This has got a lot of stuff in it. This is a like $12 or $15 makeup box at Walmart that I bought because I wanted to be able to carry my pens with me. I was in this big drawing kick on drawing with pens. Well, this box isn't just pens. This top part is all gel pens that I have bought. Oh, gel pens, mechanical pencils, erasers, all these, well, and a compass, another compass. I have a lot of those apparently. I bought all of these at Walmart, including these. Hold on, this is a, I don't remember the brand, but it came in a huge pack of them. I got like dozens of them all in here mixed in. These are what is left of my hundreds of gel pens that I have drawn with. I love gel pens, very much so. See, makeup box. Okay, I'm gonna see if, there we go. We're gonna use my sewing machine to help me here. Okay, so this second set is, I started getting in with trying to learn how to do markers. Oh, this is a felt tip marker pen thing I bought from Walmart. This one are some little cheapy markers that came with my little spirograph set that I got for Christmas, thanks to my fiance. I bought this because I don't really have a lot of like bright pink pens. This is a lip, I think it's pronounced a lip pen, L-E-P-E-N. Anyway, but it is their version of pink, and I needed a pink, a really bright pink to match, well, just to make it to where I had one in case I needed it. This thing was kind of pricey. I think it was like $1.99 or $2.99 for just this one pen. But it's actually a really nice pen though, so I don't regret buying it. And for a little while, I got into Sharpies. Oh yes. I have Click Sharpies, I have fine liners, I have double-sideds, and I have the actual Sharpie pens. I have a lot of Sharpie pens because I started wanting to use various different papers, and I've got a few miscellaneous leftover actual drawing markers like this Letra set from different like anime and marker sets that I've bought over the years trying to draw. Let's see, here's another one. One of the, no, that's the same one. Oh, here we are. Scholar brush pen, the Prismacolor Scholar one. It's got a nice little brush tip. I still have not learned how to fully use this thing though. It's nice, don't get me wrong, but I haven't fully figured out how to use it right. Oh, random highlighter. And some more fine liners. I bought a huge set and some double tips of various different fine liners because I was in a total like Sharpie kick for a while. These are what's left over of my big kit of Prismacolor markers. These are the set that actually has the brush tip, or not the brush tip, the chisel tip and the bullet nib. I think it was like, I bought like either their largest or second largest set when I was in school, and this 3 layers deep is all that is left of them. I have used a lot of my grays, my browns, and the funny thing is, I'm going to try to slowly go up so there's no wobble, wobble, wobble too much. That drawing right there is what killed most of them. It doesn't look like much from afar, but that thing took me 18.5 hours from start to finish. If I would have had more time, I would have put more time into it, but yeah, that was my final drawing for marker class in college. Okay, hang on. Okay, so I kind of sat down in my little chair here. I'm going to kind of show you my weird little methodology of hanging things currently until I have a better way of doing this. So I've got a couple rulers. This one actually can splay various angles. Protractor, some French curves, some triangles up here, various triangles, various different stencilings. This is the circle guide. I've got this top shelf is all how to draw books, sketchbooks, some manga clip arts books that I have, my stack of drawing paper I use for anything. This is like animator drawing paper down here, some Frisket. This is my camera I bought for Christmas. I meant for doing these videos with, but I somehow misplaced the power cord. So it is kind of dead. So I can't do anything with it until I get a power cord for it. Yay, a lot of good it's doing me, right? So I have this little easel thingy too. And I kind of just decorated with it a couple of my art piece, little 3x5 index cards that I just doodled. As we turn a little more, there's some more French curves, I think they're called, and some more 12-inch and 18-inch ruler circle and art guides in here. And I've got one of my easels down there. That's where one of my trash cans is supposed to be, is right here. Oh, hey, look. This little thingy is full of index cards for drawing, just like this one does. That's all full of index cards. Let's see. Oh, let's see. This is one of my fiance's old work shirts he's letting me practice sewing on, since he doesn't need it anymore. This is a box of Dungeons & Dragons dice. This whole thing right here is D&D. 5th edition, 3.5, and 3rd edition next here. These are mine and my fiance's character sheets and characters we have. Some miscellaneous information on D&D. This stuff I use for character and map creation because I DM. Also got the Unearthed Arcana book over here that I can use as reference. Down here is going to be my craft books shelf. My studio is kind of not fully in order, but it's getting there. Oh, and this little thing is called a boogie board sync. It's kind of a nifty little thing. You can draw on it, and then you can upload it as a PDF document or a JPEG image. And it saves it, and it erases it. The only sucky thing is, if you make a mistake, and it's going really good, and then you make the one mistake you can't fix, there is no erasing that last step. You have to erase everything. That's the only side effects that kind of sucks about this little board. But I can't complain. I like it. It's kind of cool. This is how I got my little idea for making a book. I actually sewed the seam to see if it would work. And it actually did, to my surprise. Hang on. I'm going to actually grab that little sketchbook I made. It's really crappy, but I'm going to show you. Yeah, well, before I do that, I guess I'll just kind of show you the art on my walls instead. And then I'll show you that because that's out in my living room. So I'll give you a closer look of this final project of mine. I intended fully to put wood grain in here instead of just gesturing that this was a tile wood floor where you had to place the planks down. But I was running out of time for my deadline, and yeah. And I actually think I messed up the bookcase. I don't know. I'd have to kind of like look at it carefully, but I really think I messed up the far end of the bookcase a little bit. This is one of my little chimes, my little kitty cat chime a friend of mine got me. It was either a friend of mine or my sister. I can't remember. This is a vampire I did in high school. I think it was my sophomore year. Oh, look, my first manga drawings. Woo! I did those when I was in high school. I got into the manga phase really bad for drawing it. I still like doing it though. This is something I bought. It's really pretty. It's a little pagan dream catcher type thing. Feathers. It's all these Celtic tribaling. I loved how that was done. Let's see. Oh, this was when I first went to college. I went for graphic design. And this was one of my first, these were two of my first projects. This one represents the 5 elements: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. This one was a graphic, actual like letter design project. And they said I had kind of messed it up, and I kind of see it now. But I still thought it looked cool. That vampirist, how my friend forever makes fun of me for this one. But I drew that one in high school. I wasn't good at drawing legs or hands, so I hid them. And I apparently really messed up the skirt and her hair, kind of the way it falls, so it looks really messed up. But yeah, so that's what I used to be like when drawing. So yeah, that's high school. That was college. Hey, this is one of the maps of actually the dungeon I'm running. This is the town over here, but this is actually the dungeon map itself for the first floor that I'm running. The marks on here are all dry erase, and shows that the campaign they've run through those already. This is still kind of a DMD campaign I'm still running. Okay, so I'm in my living room and I grabbed my little sketchbook I tried to sew. This shows you how inexperienced I am with this. Okay, so I did that with those Sharpie stained pens, the writing. That is a red ribbon, and I ran out of white. I tried to sew one of those little net bags on there so that I could have, I wanted to keep the drawstring, but I kind of messed it up, so I had to take the drawstring out. But you can now put a eraser back here. And I didn't like how badly the binding looked, because you could see every binding, and so I put a minion piece of duct tape under there, and it actually kind of looks kind of tacky either way with that. But I tried, and in this inside, to make it a little more sturdy, I minion-fied with the duct tape, and this is the, I dropped it. Again, on the back side, same thing. But there's about, I don't know, like 30 pages of book here. And it doesn't close well. But I tried. Everyone's got to start somewhere. And for my first little sketchbook attempt at sewing it myself, I didn't do too bad. Though I really think I could have done better. But there is always another time when I can do it better and try it again. And I will try it again. Just, I think I need better string. Because that's what I was running into. The string kept breaking, stuff kept snagging on the ribbon, and it's like, oh my goodness. And then I remembered my tape, my little fabric tape, and I was like, oh my god, why didn't I think of this sooner? It would have saved me a headache. But yeah, I didn't. And thus this. I don't regret this though. This looks good for a first time. so I'm sorry, but this is kind of my living room. That's the hall. At the very end, you take a left, there's my studio. These are some of my kitty cats. It's Gunnery Sergeant and her mama, Bright Bright. Bright Eyes. They're ignoring mommy. And you guys already met Stalker Jr. over there, who's insisting for attention, aren't you, Junior? But anyway, we're gonna slowly turn this back this way to me so nobody gets sick. I get motion sickness with too active a camera. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning into this, and I hope you like what I have. It's kind of a work in progress, especially since a lot of my stuff is still in Louisiana, but I'm hoping to get a lot of it soon since tax time. I'm making a trip down there to get the rest of my things, so hopefully I'll have some more artsy videos coming up soon, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and share. Share with your friends. We'd appreciate it here. All right, thanks. Bye.